Isn't it possible that before Dirt even set foot in the tomb, Mr. Inga was already dead? That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable. Why, of course. I fell unconscious right after I entered the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight from his body to the entrance. Which means you wouldn't have noticed his body either way. This scenario is entirely possible. We can't rule out the possibility of a third person committing the crime. I see. Well, that certainly does make sense. So far so good, this might actually work. Very well. I shall play along with whatever little game you have knocking around in your tiny mind. I was starting to get quite bored of this. I could do with a distraction. Yes. Let's hear some testimony that will shed light on what exactly the minister was slain. Bailiff, summon Rafer. Surely she is recovered by now. But what about me? Don't I serve as a purpose anymore? I hope you're feeling better, Your Benevolence. Must I perform the divination seance? What? Oh, no. We merely require your testimony this time. How could my testimony be of any value? Your Benevolence? Princess Rafer seems awfully depressed. After what she's been through, summoning her again is like rubbing salt in the wound. Being unable to perform the seance is probably the last straw. I hope she don't pass out again. Prosecutor Submardi, may I ask you something? Of course, Your Benevolence. I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara and about me? From where did you hear such a thing? From Mother, only yesterday. Raven was carrying on about telling the truth to the people, so I told her what the truth really was. For it's up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. Be that as it may, Your Benevolence, it has no bearing upon our trial here today, so there's no need to let it trouble you. I know. Grant told Rafe about something other than Amara's status. Sounds like it, but what could it be? Rafer, the defence has proposed something preposterous. They somehow think your father was already dead when Dirk entered the tomb. But I believe you can prove them wrong. Are you prepared to do what's required of you? Yes, I am ready to testify. Very well then, Your Benevolence, your testimony if you please. On the day of the murder, I was gazing upon the courtyard from my second-floor veranda. Around 2:30 p.m. I saw Father heading for Amara's tomb. Then about 2:45, I saw Barbed Head and company enter the courtyard. I saw no one go in or out of the tomb after my father entered at around 2:30. Your second-floor veranda? Oh, she must be talking about the house facing Inga's private residence. So that's the location from which you saw your father at around 2:30?
Yes. Shortly after that, you people arrived at the royal residence.
So after the minister entered the martyr's tomb at around 2:30, no one went in or out of there until the murder was discovered?
The tomb is closed to outsiders, so no one could have snuck in before the murder. That rules out any possibility of a third party lying in wait to slay my poor husband.
So she'd like us to believe.
Now hear me, you useless lawyer. Cease this charade and bow before me, for I, Queen Garan, shall finally have your head.
Ugh. Forgive me, Your Eminence, but first let us allow the defence to question the witness.
Hold it!
You say you've been watching the courtyard until we arrived, correct? Seems like an awfully long time.
There is much that weighs on my mind.
I see. She really does sound troubled. I don't think she ever fully recovered from the previous trial. I guess it's not so easy being a princess. Your benevolence. I'd be happy to lend an ear if you'd ever like to talk.
What would you know of my woes? Do not presume to exceed your station in life.
Yeesh, teenagers. Your benevolence, what did you witness from the veranda?
Well,
Hold it!
Did your father seem different or troubled in some way?
let me think. Oh, there was one unusual thing.
There was.
Yes, a shriek emanated from within my father's quarters. After which I witnessed him bolt outside, his countenance drained of usual colour.
He screamed and was looking pale. What do you suppose happened?
I know not. Perhaps he had a bad dream.
Maybe it was a nightmare about being raked over the coals by the Queen.
It seems our young lawyer here wishes to hasten his journey to the Twilight Realm.
Sorry, that was rude of me. Does the defence... Does the defence believe the witness's last statement to be important? I believe it is. I'd like the witness to add it to her testimony.
Hold it!
And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out?
I didn't see anyone else, just my father.
That last statement was seriously lacking in conviction. Should I press her on this? Your benevolence.
Yes?
This incident was a real shock to us all. It must have been real terrible for you, but I want to let you know I know how you feel.
Please stop. You presume too much.
It's times like these you need something to take your mind off things. How about we all go on a picnic together or for fuck's sake, Apollo. That's your idea of pressing softly? Asking her on a fucking date?
I need no sympathy from you. Go on your little picnic alone, Hornhead.
Well, that didn't go well. Apollo, you have to take a more aggressive approach with people like her. Yeah, he's probably right.
Now, back to my testimony.
Yeah. Before we do that, let's try this again.
Hold it!
Your benevolence, let's have some details, the more the better.
Details, you say?
Yes, for example, are you sure you didn't see one in the royal residence before 2:30? Well, is it a yes or a no?
Foreign devil! I'd been gazing upon the courtyard since 2 yesterday. Yet I saw none other than my father. Oh, if only I'd stopped him then.
I think you've struck a nerve, or rather obliterated one. Maybe I pressed a little too hard. Still, the last statement seemed a little off somehow. You didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 o'clock, eh? Please add that to your testimony, your benevolence.
Hold it!
Is the royal residence always so empty?
Naturally, it's where the royal family lives and we are few in number. Besides Nanya and the little birds who visit, I have no one else to talk to.
Is there anything more stereotypical princessy than talking to birds? So Nanya weren't around at all yesterday?
It seems she was quite busy. I was all alone the entire day. It's been like that a lot lately.
Rafa doesn't go to school, so she probably doesn't have any close friends. She must lead a rather solitary life. I guess being a princess isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Rafa, I shall buy you a new servant. I don't want to buy you a new servant like some sort of pet. I want Nanya.
I'm beginning to see why Rafa turned out like she did. Your benevolence, please tell us what happened after you saw your father.
It was around 2:30 when I saw him heading for the tomb.
Hold it!
2:45. Yeah, I believe that's when we arrived. Mr. Wright, Athena, Dirk and I were running toward the tomb.
Yes, I was taken aback as you don't normally see commoners in the palace courtyard. Even more shocking was that Dirk, a wanted man, was with you.
Yes, I suppose so.
I thought the villainous leader of the Defiant Dragons was here with his minions. Because it was, you know, time for a revolution.
I think you've been watching too much of that TV show.
I've already banned its broadcast for containing content unsuitable for our kingdom. Besides, the actress playing Rafa looks nothing like her. I can't have my subjects feeling so disappointed when they see the real Rafa. Mother? Why are you so cruel to me? Are you so ashamed? Once I'm grown up, I shall be just as full-figured as that actress.
She's placing all her hopes on one final growth spurt. For her sake, I hope it's in her DNA.
I suppose you could always hope for a miracle. Oh, I'll show you. I shall double my milk in
For bones. Milking takes for the bones. Dirty bastards, the lot of you.
I shall double my milk intake and grow up big and strong.
There, your benevolence. I think you're fine just the way you are. Now, may I ask you to continue with your testimony?
I wish I could grow up faster.
Hold it!
Is it possible you missed seeing someone pass through?
No. My veranda has a commanding view of the entire grounds and I saw no one else.
Don't seem right somehow.
Don't underestimate my daughter. She may be lacking elsewhere, but her eyes are the finest. Lacking elsewhere?
Talk about a mother I'd never wish on my worst enemy. She needs Nanya now more than ever. Rafa didn't see anybody in the royal residence after 2 p.m. That's a really long time to just look at a courtyard. She was probably lost in thought. She's at the age where I'm sure she'd got a lot on her mind. Around 2 p.m, Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and... Ah!
Objection!
Your benevolence. You're covering for someone, aren't you?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Rafa, but you're not going to like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that, around 2 p.m, his dog got loose and ran into the palace courtyard. It's when the little fella stole this act from someone.
Huh, that's Nanya's. I mean, nothing, never mind. You fool of a daughter.
It seems the princess made a blunder. So let me get this straight. This is Nanya's hat, which means she had to be in the royal residence at around 2. If so, you had to have seen Nanya sometime around 2 p.m. yesterday.
Oh, no.
Please, your benevolence, tell us what you really saw.
It is as you say, Hornhead. I saw Nanya, and I saw that dingbat dog steal her hat from in front of my father's residence.
I knew it. Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Because my mother told me not to.
What? Would you care to explain your evidence?
I requested she withhold said information, for it is of no relevance to the case.
Objection!
You don't get to this up.
If you disagree, you can prove it is relevant to the case at hand.
Oh, I will. Your benevolence, please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nanya.
All right. When I saw the dingbat dog attack Nanya, I ran to help. I raced from my second floor veranda down to the courtyard.
Wait, that means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard.
Yes, but only for a moment.
This is crucial testimony. If you took your eyes off the courtyard, it means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing.
No.
Your benevolence? Are you sure no one else was there?
Yes.
She's hiding something again. What about Nanya? Were you able to help her?
When I got to the courtyard, Nanya was gone.
Gone?
Yes, and I never saw her again after that.
Any idea what happened?
The dingbat dog must have gobbled her up.
I seriously doubt that. But how could Nanya simply disappear while Rafa wasn't looking? Rafa must know something. The only question is what? Do you have any idea where Nanya disappeared to?
What do you mean?
Well, during the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone could have headed to the tomb. It just so happens that Nanya disappeared right at that moment.
No.
Wait, you think Nanya had something to do with the murder? I don't think we can rule it out. It sounds like something that kept Nanya occupied since the early morning. Plus she was seen right before the murder and seemed to vanish into thin air. You're right, and since she's Rafa's attendant, she could come and go as she pleased within the palace grounds. Could Rafa's attendant really be the killer? But that'd mean...
First my father, now Nanya. These were the people I trusted most. How could this be? Do not heed their lies. Lawyers are a foul breed, quick to claim a third parties to blame for a crime. Nanya did not enter the tomb, that much is certain.
How can you be so sure?
When Nanya's hat was stolen, the crazed cur spilled an urn of water upon my husband's doorstep. Is that not right, Rafa? Yes, it is. While the dingbat dog was tugging on Nanya's hat, it tipped over the urn. The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. If she truly headed to the tomb with wet shoes, she would have left shoe prints along the way. But the only shoe prints found belonged to my husband, Inga.
Eh? Then...
That's right, Nanya never did go to the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
How do you know?
Quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nanya.
That's right, Edgeworth and I did see some shoe prints there.
Now do you understand? Nanya could not possibly have gone into the tomb. And this supposed third person at the crime scene is but a figment of your imagination.
Another glorious deduction. All hail Jesus, Her Eminence Queen Garan. Bow down before her glory, witless lawyer. Can those guys fanboy any harder? But is it really true? Did Nanya not go to the tomb? Excuse me, but... Mr. Wright? Your benevolence, what time was it when that dog attacked Nanya?
I believe it was about 2:15.
I see. Apollo. If Nanya entered Inga's private quarters at around 2:15, and Inga came racing out at around 2:30, pale-faced and screaming, then Oh, I know what you're getting at. Yeah, that might explain his scream. Will the defence please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream? Certainly, Your Majesty. Minister Inga screamed because he was attacked by Nanya. That would make the Justice Minister's private quarters the real scene of the crime.
Does your idiocy know no bounds? The minister's body was found inside the tomb. Are you suggesting the body was moved?
Do I think the minister was moved from his private quarters? I think he moved himself. So I'd say there's no way the body was moved. After all, there's an awful lot of blood in the tomb. I understand if the scream was a reaction to Nanny's attack, but Inga died in the tomb. We need to explain how two realities can coincide. How are you supposed to do that? Oh, maybe where he was stabbed and where he died are two completely different locations. What do you mean? Let's look at this as simply as possible. If the minister's body weren't moved, he might have been stabbed by Nanya in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb. I see. On the one hand it seems plausible, but on the other it seems decidedly implausible.
Prosecutor Submardi, what is that fool babbling on about now? Is it a riddle from one of those fortune cookies Americans seem so fond of?
Perhaps, but I believe he himself does not know what he means to say. In all likelihood it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore
Objection!
him. I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analyses, would ya? The autopsy report never stated the minister's death was instantaneous. He could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed. Oh my, are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back? Oh yes, that's the gist of it. In short, Minister Inga saw Nanya with a knife, let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee... Right, and that's when you stabbed from behind. Will your Majesty, does the theory hold water?
Insolence!
How dare you bore me like this?
Eh?
You are a humorless moron spewing an endless stream of unamusing drivel.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence.
Prosecutor, enlighten this ignorant clown in lawyer's clothing.
Your Eminence. Ah. Now you are? You dull, slow-witted, putrid-minded lawyer. Perhaps you would be too stupid to notice you if you had been stabbed in the back. But a normal person would have noticed due to the excruciating pain. Now hold on. Allow me to teach you the meaning of pain. Stop, please. Ryuta has a point. Normally most people would notice a dagger in their back. I doubt someone could ignore pain like this. Still, in this case, it's the word normally that should be emphasised. Apollo, take another look at the court record. There must be something that explains this. I know where it's going. There's a reason Inga didn't feel any pain. The defence will submit evidence proving it. Very well, please provide your evidence. Why didn't Justice Minister Inga notice he'd been stabbed?
Take that!
Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. And how would that prevent the victim from experiencing pain? Maybe the sight of it paralysed him with shock? The only things that are paralysed here are the synapses of the defence's brain. Perhaps this penalty will get them firing again. Ugh, talk about a brain fart. Your Majesty, please give us another chance. Very well. Next time your penalty shall be far more severe. Now let's have your answer.
Take that!
Those are my father's painkiller shots.
The defence will explain the significance of this evidence. Minister Inga suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with this. We're told one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me now about any of these, Your Eminence. Mr. Inga was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Therefore, it's entirely possible he hadn't noticed he'd been stabbed. Then, are you suggesting Judge Mr. Inga really just ran off with a knife protruding from his back? I am, Your Majesty.
So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him. I mean, with that cape of his, I could hardly see his back very well.
Yeah. The knife was there. It was just plunged into so deep you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. I think I missed something there. Yes, I did. Sorry. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead, murdered by Nanny in his private quarters.
Oh, Kunka!
Holy Mother of Karine, are we dealing with the living dead here? Well, technically, he wasn't dead yet. He got better. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. Once Minister Inga arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from the blood loss.
And you killed my father? There must be some mistake.
The defence would like to call Nanya to the stand.
You seek to drag an innocent old woman to the stand with no proof whatsoever.
Well, there's no real proof, but...
What a tangled web of exponent lies you weave. I can no longer tell fact from fiction. Who or what shall I believe in now?
I'm sorry, Rafer. All I've done is confuse you. But I have a sneaking suspicion Nanny is involved in the case one way or another. Just when I thought we'd blown the case wide open. Well, there's no turning back now.
You fool of a lawyer. I know why you're so desperate to prove the accused innocent.
You do?
Yes, he faces public execution if proven guilty, as shall you under the stipulations of the Defence Culpability Act. From the moment you accepted this case, you had no choice but to fight for your lives.
No, the simple fact is I've always believed that Dirk is innocent.
Still you claim to your pretense. Very well, I shall offer you a bargain. If you admit the accused is guilty right here and right now, I shall overlook your crime of abetting him and you will not be subject to execution.
Is this some sort of joke?
Far from it. As Queen I have the power to grant pardons, even to criminals like you. And with a wave of my hand I can even reduce the severity of a sentence. Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate.
She wasn't kidding when she said she's the law here. But to flaunt that power in our faces like that, it's just wrong.
Forget all that's transpired in our kingdom and return to your own country in peace. Well, will you abandon the defence of the accused and accept my generous offer?
If I don't take this deal, we'll be executed along with Dirk if he's found guilty. What should I do? Well, I've got to see where this goes. We'll be executed if we lose this trial. Poor Trucy will lose her father. I feel bad for Athena too. And besides, life's precious, not something you should gamble with. Still, I made a promise. And there's one more person I can't abandon in his time of need, which leaves me with only one choice. Nice try, Garam, but it looks like you don't know what justice is made of. So this is one of those non-choices then. Right then. We won't curtail with threats like that, Your Eminence. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I don't want to drag you into this, so don't worry, I'm with you, Apollo, to the bitter end if need be. Well, I can't say I'm used to it. This isn't my first rodeo. Keep fighting, Apollo. You'll hear no objections from me.
You nincompoops. You'll die if you lose this case. Why would you even entertain the notion of continuing?
I believe Dirk is innocent, that's why. And besides, trials exist to give the truth a chance to get out in the open. You can't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment.
Even if the punishment is death? Does it not frighten you, Hornhead?
We won't be scared. I mean, just thinking about it makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. I can't just abandon that.
A duty you're willing to die for? And yet,
Duty is a heavy burden, all right. Rafa looks like she's really struggling. But it is no surprise, considering the torrent of painful truth she's had to face. Very well then. If the defence is prepared to face the death sentence under the Defence Culpability Act, I see no reason to not continue with proceedings. But I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accuser's guilt.
unless the defence has further evidence that would indicate a different suspect.
Do we have anything like that?
Well, lawyer, do you have any new evidence that would care to present? Or shall I have the executioner start his preparations?
If she thinks I can't do this, she's got another thing coming. But first, I have some serious thinking to do. I'd say the new evidence indicating a different suspect